Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege, with another day in the life and the crazy life that is a digital asset space. Good evening, man. Good evening. It's almost 9 o'clock. Happy Tuesday to you. Wow. Another job opening going on. I should have said another job. What did I say? Another job hiring, another job opening is what I should have said. Let me change that. Job opening at Ripple. Yeah, hiring, opening. It's all good. And the Flare Network. What in the world is going on? That is crazy. Crazy. XRP Joe, what's good, my dude? How are you? Good to see you. Jamarcus South is in the building. How are you, brother? Man, oh man. Did you guys not see that interview with Crypto Eddie and DNI with the dude, the co-founder of freaking Flare Network? Did you guys see that? Wow. Like who's buying more XRP? I am. What? Did you guys see that? I watched that from beginning to end, and I gotta tell you, wow, whoa. Whoa. Did you guys catch my video earlier today? I talked about the fact that Ripple is expanding its BSA compliance team. We're going to get into that again, just for those of you who might not have caught that. Wow. Someone thought that it might have something to do with them IPOing. So we shall see. The BSA, the Bank Secrecy Act, they have a compliance team at Ripple. It's called the BSA compliance team. I find it very, very interesting that they're expanding that team for whatever the reason. If it's for the IPO, cool. I tend to think that it's for something bigger than the IPO. Not that the IPO is not going to be massive. Hey, Siobhan, how are you? Good to see you, miss. TF is in the building. Hi from Ireland. Hey, what's going on, bro? Good to see you, TF. Yeah, I think it's going to be something big. I think it's something bigger than that. I shared earlier in my video. I'm going to share it again tonight, from the ex-compliance officer at Ripple at an IMF event, where she's talking about KYC, AML, and all the different things that can go on, and how she points out Ripple as being the only platform that was in the habit, or in the business, if you will, of monitoring and checking all the transactions and stuff on the blockchain. We're going to cover that a little bit as well. Eli, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Let me share this. It's been a while. It has been a while, Eli. Good to see you tonight, my friend. Good to see you without question. Been a while since I've been on this live stream. How's it going, fam? It's been going great, brother. How are you, Eli? Good to see you, man. So I'm going to share a little bit about that as well. I wish I could have scheduled this like 10 minutes out or 15 minutes more out, but I could not, because I have to do another one of these for our business after I get off of here. So every little minute counts. And unfortunately, Facebook, you got to do at least 15 minutes in advance if you're going to schedule something. So there that is. So, man, did anyone here see the interview with the co-founder of Flare with Crypto Eddie? Did anybody see that? Wow. I'm going to go over some of it as well. I tried to highlight some of the minutes that I thought were really significant. But man, was that a very, very telling, a very, very telling interview. Very, very telling. Very telling interview. I'm surprised that is not being shown throughout the whole XRP community. I'm very surprised by that. That was a home run. It really was a home run. The Thunderside, what's up, my friend? Good to see you, brother. So anyone see that interview? Some really, really good stuff. So XRP Joe, I see that XRP was 23 cents again, was it not? I think that it was. I think that it was. It got down to 23 cents again. What's going on, TJ Jackson? Good to see you, bro. How are you tonight, man? Anybody, I know TJ Jackson saw that. Anybody see the interview with Crypto Eddie did with D&I, with the co-founder from Flare? Anybody see that? I gotta tell you, that was something. It made me want to get more XRP. It made me want to get more XRP, man. It really, really did. I'm going to give this a few minutes to let some of the people kind of hop on. You know how YouTube is with those notifications, man. T-Med checked it out. T-Med said, yes. So good. And the Thunder South sent it as well. Okay, good. Shane S said part of it. T-Med says so good and informative. It absolutely was, my friend. And are you another awesome lady in crypto, T-Med? Just want to make sure I don't call you bro when you're in fact not. Blockchain Monkeys is in the building. Flare ready. And I hear you, bro. I'm waiting. I'm holding out for some exchanges. But we'll see. Spark up indeed. Yeah, that was, yeah, because you know why, right? You know why you had to ask that question about foundation? Because people want to know, they want to know how is this going to affect XRP, right? How is this going to affect my holdings, right? and I'm glad he did. Listen, I have a lot of respect for that guy. I really do. And it's good to see him as the co-founder because he has a certain moxie about him that I think is important. And I love the fact that he, he pointed out that it was a little shocking that the foundation wasn't being brought up, right? To him, it was shocking. To me, it wasn't shocking, right? But I love that he did that. And I think if you watch his mannerisms throughout the interview, he has a way of, making a point of a point, right? He has a way of making sure everything's good. Hold on one second, guys. Hey, what's up, sis? You're welcome. Hey, listen, I'm doing a live stream, but I'll call you when I'm done. I'm doing a thing on YouTube. Okay. All right. Bye. That's my kid's sister. So yeah, that was very, very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. And I think he does, and he has a way, mannerism about him of especially in communicating, being able to make a point of a point. You know what I mean? So definitely some good stuff without question. Sin City's in the building. Good to see you. Lucky Lloyd is here. What's up, Lucky Lloyd? So we're gonna go over that because I'm glad some of you got to see it. That was my sis. She got a package. We sent her a gift, and she was excited to share, or to say thank you for the gift. But I had to let her know I was putting in the work. I'll get with her later. But yeah, I tell you, I do like it. And if you check his mannerisms and stuff throughout that interview, he has a way of making a point about a point, right? Looking you in the eye, whether if he's looking down, he'll look up to make a point. If he's looking left or right, he'll look to the camera to make a point. And I got to tell you, after listening to the interview, it definitely did make me want to go buy more XRP because, they're about putting more utility around XRP without question. And the way he put some of the things, anyone here not see that interview? The way he put some of the things there, I gotta tell you. Wow, wow, wow. TJ Jackson said, definitely amazing interview. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that interview is not being covered more, because that was some really good stuff. At least I haven't seen anyone cover it. That was a great interview. I'm going to share some highlights from that as well for you, Eli. Ladrell Hart says, who? I'm going to share that as well. But I got to tell you, what do you guys think about this hiring, this Ripple hiring? What do you think that's about? Ooh. What do you think that is about? Yeah, so they got the integrations engineer, a job opening. They have the due diligence person that's joining the BSA compliance team, right? Right? Interesting. Just checked on. Latrell, how are you, my friend? Good to see you, bro. Appreciate you checking in. I don't think I've seen that name before. Crypto Eddie interviewed the CEO from Flare. Yes. Eddie, Crypto Eddie, Crypto Patient. Oh, Crypto Patient said, I'm late here. What interview? Got it. Yeah, brother. Did you hear that, TJ Jackson? Yeah, they're going to be participating in more than just that spark drop. TJ Jackson says, from the sound of it, Celsius will be participating in the spark drop. Yeah, they're going to be participating in more than just that spark drop. Yeah, they're going to be participating more than that. I got to tell you, he was dropping some hints. That co-founder guy from Flare was dropping some hints for sure. Absolutely was dropping some hints. Good stuff. I'm going to share a couple of like maybe four segments from that interview with you guys. But boy, oh boy. He brought up everything. He brought up everything in that thing for use cases, DeFi use cases. He brought up all kind of stuff. Again, for me, it made me want to go out and buy more XRP when I was done with that interview. Wow. Absolutely. Wow. So the BSA compliance team, what was the difference? It was like 3 different ones, and it's hard to share them here because of this software, not software, but because of the StreamYard. So it's the due diligence, right? So the first one was the investigation analyst. Then the next one came out, it was the integrations engineer. And then the one that came out earlier today, that we got word of earlier today, was the due diligence specialist. I'm going to share that with you guys. Let me share this with you guys. A due diligence specialist. Now, I just find it very, 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 very interesting. Now, I mean, I don't know if this is the timing of these jobs, openings. I don't know if it's just that the XRP community is just amazing, and they're probably on this particular site looking for these job openings every time they turn around. But I got to tell you, Ripple, and shout out to XRP Crypto Wolf for sharing this. And this guy here, I don't know, Lee Jong Yuk. I got to tell you, he's been dropping some interesting nuggets, some really, really, really interesting nuggets. But he says Ripple is ready, regulatory clarity. And he was retweeting from XRP Crypto Wolf, who says Ripple is hiring a due diligence specialist. Ripple is expanding its BSA compliance team, so the new due diligence specialist will conduct customer due diligence and enhanced due diligence related to XRP2. And LLC, Ripple 2, LLC, a money service business and wholly owned subsidiary of Ripple. Now, someone got my comments today and told me what OFAC stands for. Now I forget what it was. Office of something, Asset Collections or something like that. But guys, Ripple's expanded its BSA compliance team and seeks to hire an experienced due diligence specialist. This position will be heavily focused on carrying out day-to-day BSA, AML, and OFAC due diligence requirements. This position reports to the senior due diligence manager. Oh, man. Carry out the day-to-day due diligence needs of Ripple to support its global business engagement, conduct watch list screening and disposition tasks, escalating any cases required, conduct screening of customers and third party for negative news, collect, synthesize, and analyze data derived from multiple sources, conduct customer due diligence and enhance due diligence related to XRP2 LLC, a money services business and wholly owned subsidiary of Ripple, as needed. Identify information gaps and recommend action to close any gaps identified. Look, in the video that I did earlier today, I just said, I brought up the question so that we can have a conversation. Why are they expanding the BSA compliance team? First of all, I didn't even know they had a BSA compliance team. BSA stands for Bank Secrecy Act, right? First of all, I didn't even know they had a BSA compliance team. And why are they expanding such a team? I know I tweeted a day or so ago, I retweeted and said about the job hiring that they must be looking for more utility. Right? Or they're looking for more utilization. They must be expecting more utilization, right? The compliance team. And the reason what made me think about why they're expanding this compliance team is I watched, because Mickey B. Fresh tweeted, and he said that Ripple had been monitoring and surveilling the XRP ledger since 2015. And I watched this video from the ex-compliance officer pointing out that very fact and also kind of explaining the history behind it in reference to FinCEN and how Ripple had, FinCEN came knocking on their doors in 2013. And said, hey, you're kind of acting like a money transmitter business, and you haven't done this with this particular agency and that with that particular agency, whatever it was, got a fine as well. And let me share what Mickey B. Fresh said. And I think that his wording is important to note too. Here he is. Let me share this. I'll read it to you guys. It says, Ripple has been monitoring and running surveillance on the XRP ledger since 2015 as part of an agreement with FinCEN, the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. Chief Compliance Officer at PolySign speaking during the presentation. Now, this lady here speaking at this presentation is the ex-compliance officer at Ripple and the current compliance officer at PolySign. And I thought it very, very interesting that in 2018, she was doing a presentation. It was about KYC and AML. She's doing this presentation and she brings up Ripple as the only company, because what she was saying was that, when you think about all the different places that you can on and off ramp in terms of digital assets, right? Whether it be exchanges or brokers, Coinbase is essentially a broker, right? Or what's the other one? Not Galaxy, Genesis, right? All these exchanges, right? You got the exchanges and the crypto.com, right? You got these different places. She said that, some of those places have KYC and AML, some don't. Some have more, have loose KYC and AML, right? And some have more stringent ones. But she was pointing out, she made a point of stating that even with if the WF and the UN and the IMF and the World Bank and they all got together and said every single person, everything, everywhere has to have the KYC AML. Now she's saying this in 2018, right? We know something came out. I think it might have been even 2020. They came out with they came up with the thing. I forget what it's called, where in fact they all will have to be under this KYC AML. Interestingly enough, she said, 2018, what if? And I believe 2020, they decided that is going to be the case. Everyone will have to be compliant KYC AML wise. She said, even with that being done, that still doesn't cover the monitoring and surveillance of things on the blockchain. On the blockchain itself. What about the things taking place on the blockchain? I thought that was very interesting. And she said, to her knowledge, Ripple was the only company doing it. Only company doing it. And I thought that, and when I heard her say it was the only one doing it, I thought, this is 2018. The thing that happened with FinCEN and Ripple was in 2013, right? FinCEN you read Mickey B. Fresh's tweet, and he said it was an agreement. She said it was a requirement from FinCEN placed upon Ripple. I'm thinking to myself, I haven't heard of any other companies that have this kind of, maybe they do. And I put it out in the video. I said, if you know if EOS or Cardano or Ethereum, if they have a BSA compliance team that's monitoring, monitoring the transactions on blockchain, I'd like to know, because I haven't heard of any. And I'm thinking, if something happened in 2013, what happened to FinCEN in 2014? Whose door did they go knocking on? In reference to what they were doing. What about in 2015 or 2016? My thing is, why hasn't FinCEN knocked on the door of these other platforms and said that you need to have something that's going to be monitoring the transaction and stuff that's going on your blockchain, like they did with Ripple? Why did they agree to set a requirement for Ripple in the XRP ledger? It really, really does have me thinking. It really, really had me thinking. Why is that? And again, what it feels like to me is that FinCEN is interested in what's going on, the transactions, the interactions of the XRPL ledger. And I brought this up in the video earlier today, right? I mean, EOS got brought in by the, EOS got brought in by the people from the SEC. I believe Tezos recently got brought in. There was another place that recently got brought in by the SEC. I haven't heard, you heard about them settling or, paying a fine and, was a security, now it's not a security, and, all this different stuff. I didn't hear anything from FinCEN about that block. I didn't hear any news from FinCEN about the EOS blockchain. Have you? I haven't heard any news about Tezos on its blockchain from FinCEN. Why does FinCEN have a special concern about the ledger? I think that perhaps they understand that it's going to be used for something bigger. I really, really do. I have a feeling that they know that this XRP ledger is going to be used for something bigger. And so they want Ripple to be ahead of the game, in terms of not just being compliant, but being able to put something together that can, in fact, check out every single transaction to know that it's KYC and AML. And by the way, that is the case. Nothing's going across there, right? That's not KYC, AML, and what's the other one? I forget the other. Was it FATF? Compliant. I think it's FATF, right? Why the XRP ledger? I just, right? And I get this happened in 2013, right? When they came knocking on the door. Plenty of other blockchains have been created and built, payments, right? Trying to be in the payment. Is the Stellar Lumens blockchain, do they have a compliance? I don't know. Maybe they do. Some of you guys know about Stellar. Does Stellar have a BSA compliance team? Do they have a, right? I don't know. You tell me. Does Stellar have a BSA compliance team? Did FinCEN require, according to this ex-compliance officer, or did FinCEN come and say you have to be this kind of certain way for a certain kind of thing? And if not, why is that? Is it because to me, it's because they see the ledger as being so significantly important? Because why not do it for Stellar Lumens? They're in payments. Isn't Cardano looking to be in payments? Why not do it for Cardano? Does Cardano have a BSA compliance team? Did FinCEN come knocking on their doors? Is it because Ripple was selling extra? Why did they want to know about those transactions? And it's still going on today. Haven't they proved how they operate? Why are they still looking to do that? I feel it's because they feel like that ledger is going to be used for a bigger and bigger and bigger purpose. Aaron H, that's what I believe. Since I wish I could say that word. I can't say it. Systematically necessary. Systematically necessary, right? That's what I'm thinking. I had a guy, TD73, big time family member here on the channel, said that, you know, it may be more towards what Ripple's trying to do in terms of their IPO. But the fact that they're expanding this compliance team just had me thinking, had me wondering, why? Why the need to expand and bring more people on your compliance team? Unless you're planning on an increased workload. Unless you're planning on an increased workload. So does that mean they're about to tell us they really have 400 partnerships, not just something over 300? I don't know. I just find it very, very fascinating, very curious as to why they're expanding that compliance team. And they put a job out for an integrations, I don't know if it's analyst or not, but an integrations, analyst, integrations engineer. That to me is definitely workload. That to me is definitely expecting more business. Interesting stuff. I really do think it's interesting. Corey is in the building. What's up, Corey Anderson? Good to see you. Yeah, Stella's a big time mystery. The Thunder Sound. I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more. Stuart Milson, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Alex Jeter's in the building. I think Stuart TJ Jackson covered that question for you, my friend. I would agree. Right. And so it just has me kind of thinking. TJ Jackson, this is a great point as well. And I would just ask you guys, why Are they expanding their compliance team? That's an interesting question to me. If they make adjustments to the SCR this year, they'd have to wait until 2025. Whatever they think should be done definitely happens this year. I hear that, TJ Jackson. I hear that. And I would tend to agree. They got to get a lot of stuff done this year. Harley Harder says, I use the Celsius app for a loan. I bought more XRP at a discount. We'll sell at a profit and keep the excess XRP. How about that? How about that, my friend? Good for you. Good for you. Bought some at a discount. I hear you. Taking advantage of the platform, right? Leveraging your assets versus liquidating. Good for you, Harley. Good for you, my friend. We're crypto patients. Great point, my friend. I tend to agree. Ripple plus FXRP equals bigger than Amazon. Yep. I love that. I love that. And speaking of FXRP, we're going to get into this interview with Crypto Eddie. XRP Joe said partnerships within partnerships and now utility within utilities. I love it, brother. I love it. And I agree. And I just listened to this interview, just really made me think, like, for me, it's like it gives Ripple this ability to really just keep, not that they haven't already, but tighten those blinders and just focus on cross borders. Because what Flare is looking to do, smart contracts and, you know, all this different stuff. I'm gonna let you guys listen to some of the stuff that they're getting ready to do. Man, you guys are gonna be blown away. Let's share some of this video. You guys are going to be blown away by some of this stuff. And shout out to Celsius. I love it. All right, let me see what I can find here for you guys. This laptop of mine. Come on, laptop.
In a little more detail. So, but first, let me bring.
Oh, come on.
Hugo Philly onto the site here, and very nice to see you, Hugo. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, I'm Hugo. I'm the co-founder of Flare. And in the sort of first instance, we're bringing smart contracts to the XRP network. And you can find out quite a lot more also at our blog, which is flare.ghost.io.
Yeah, that would be.
It's not cooperating.
That is also a really good. Thank you for reminding everyone on that. Now, I want to just start off with saying, wow, so we got this really great tweet that was put out there by Ripple CEO Greg Arlinghausen. He tweeted out that Flare is combining the best of XRP, very fast settlements, and the Ethereum smart contracts, along with the Avalanche consensus. And it should extend XRP's utility.
Oh my God, I can't do it to you guys. I'm sorry. I can't do that to you guys. It's just going in and out, in and out, in and out. That sucks. So some highlights from that, from what I took from some of the notes that I took from the interview. I encourage you guys to go check out Crypto Eddie. She did a great job of interviewing this guy, her and DNI. They had some 2 or 3 questions from Mickey B. Fresh. They had 2 or 3 questions from Sam I Am from, To the Lifeboats on YouTube. And she has some questions as well. And I got to tell you, some of the takeaways for me is that they're going to be doing staking coins and stable coins, staking and stable. Stable coins is going to be a big thing for them, even though they're not building the stable coins, but they're going to be, the stable coins will be built on that. They also mentioned Securitize, and the Securitize was a very important partner for them. Hey, Miss. Hey, Coco Crypto. How are you, Miss? Good to see you tonight. As well as terms of security tokens. They mentioned Celsius twice. Okay. They mentioned Celsius twice. The Celsius is looking into their thing and looking to figure out how they're going to do something with the Spark, but also other thing. Okay. The big takeaways was lending XRP and collateralizing XRP. I don't know if that's considering that the same thing or not. I don't think it's the same thing. Using XRP as collateral, but also as for a loan, but also being able to lend out your XRP. Those are some very big, promising statements. Dakota, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. Yeah, man. Crypto Dre. What's up, man? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here tonight. Yes, indeed. Yes, sir. Celsius is all over Flare and some other people, Dakota, because this guy in this interview said, he mentioned Celsius again, and he said, yeah, and there's some other people who haven't announced yet, some other financial institutions that haven't announced yet that they're looking to work with Flare. With Flare. So we already got the ones who have announced, right? So Uphold and BitTrue and GateHub and Anchor USD. He mentioned Celsius, right? And them looking to figure out how they can get this done. But he also mentioned Celsius again when they was talking about loans, when they were talking about loaning XRP and lending. And now he said Spring, right? He said Spring. This is something that Spring is looking to do, not Ripple on RippleNet, but something Spring is looking to do which is lend XRP, being able to lend out this XRP. So this whole smart contracts thing that Flare is putting together, leveraging, the EVM, is going to be massive. It is going to be absolutely massive, because what it's doing is taking advantage of the popularity and the easy to build on and if you will the what's the word I want to use, the favorite in terms of DeFi on Ethereum. Everyone wants to do something on Ethereum, especially in DeFi. So he's taking that, and leveraging all the things there, and then taking that community of projects and being able to do better things at scale on Flare. And it's all about better use case for XRP. When you talk about being able to lend your XRP, now, I know they do something like this in these platforms that provide margins and stuff like that, because you can actually lend your BTC to these kind of things. So I don't know what it's going to look like, but I'm excited about it. I'm excited about having other options. Dakota Shipley, are you excited about being able to not just collateralize XRP? This dude said staking tokens, stable coins, lend XRP, and using XRP as collateral. Crypto Eddie made a very, very important statement two or three videos ago when she was talking about Flare. And she said that they did a great job of keeping this behind the curtains, right? No one knew. No one. Just FYI, I'm driving, so I cannot read your messages. Got you, Harley. Be safe, brother. Be careful on the roads, man. Julian Flash, what's up, brother? Hi, good to see you tonight, man. Appreciate you hanging out on the stream. Let's imagine who needs the lending. That's just what I'm. This is why I say how blessed we are. Think about that. We hold some assets. We hold assets that institutions, Wall Street wants. We have them. Think about the lending aspect. I know they talk about that a lot with Kava as well. But think about that lending aspect. Ooh. And man, oh man, we're liquidity providers. I mean, I don't know. We are liquidity providers. Have you guys thought about that? You ever think about that? You ever thought of yourself as a liquidity provider, Julian Flash? It's all great, bro. How are you? You ever thought about Julian Flash? You being a liquidity provider? I'm telling you. But also something, I want to point this out to you guys too, so you understand this as well. He said, I love everything that Ripple is doing. Amazing. The XRP ledger is, it's unbelievable. And then he said, but what Ripple is looking to do in their use case with XRP is going to take some time. I think it's important to understand he said that. And I think he understands what they're ultimately trying to do is such a big thing that Ripple is looking to do. I thought it's hugely important that he pointed out that it was going to take some time. And he felt like what he was doing was going to be able to provide that utility faster in terms of use cases for XRP. Yep. He really did. Dakota says, I'm curious to see what Mashinsky is going to do. Flare will be enormous. Absolutely. And here's the thing. The more and more Alex Mashinsky finds out about Flare and how it's going to be done, he said on the video, he said, he kept joking. He kept saying, I got a spark in my eye. I got a spark in my eye. He kept joking about that in an AMA like 3 weeks ago at Dakota. And he said, you want to know who's going to, this is what he said. You want to know who's going to be the biggest holder of Spark tokens. He said, you're looking at them. That's what he said, Dakota. He said, you're looking at them. That's all I think about. Collateralizing is the go. This is what I'm saying, TJ Jackson. This is what the 1% of the 1% do. They don't liquidate their assets unless they absolutely have to. They leverage their assets. And this is in the position that this is what we're going to be in a position to do. I mean, whoa. All I think about collateral. This is I told Miss Crypto Siege. I already told her. I'm like, look, we're gonna take all the different advantages that Celsius has. We're gonna be leveraging all the platforms that are gonna allow us to collateralize, but especially Celsius, especially if they keep up these 1% loans. I don't know how long they're gonna keep them up, but 1%, yeah. You know what I mean? So that's where we're in such a massive spot, right? Because if since we are, feels like we're moving from a debt-based society to a debt-based society to an asset-based society, it's just what I feel like we're doing. We're moving from debt-based to asset-based. Just here, there's this new asset class right here. We got it at our fingertips. We can just own these assets. We don't have to mess around with shrimp and sushi. Are you kidding me? We can just acquire assets, take that dirty, nasty fiat money, put it into this new asset class, hold the asset, not only hold it, but now we can earn interest or earn more of the asset by just holding it. And then if we want to, begin to leverage it and do some collateralized loans. What? This is the blessings for being early in this space. I don't know how long, I don't know how many, these banks are going to survive when Celsius is giving you 11.5% on your stable coin. That fiat, that nasty, dirty fiat that you'll take out of the fiat or put it in this new asset class, and they're going to give you 11.5% on it. 11.5 paid out weekly, and whenever you want to, you can go do something with it. Whenever you want, you can take it off when you want, put it on when you want. No handcuffs, no 30 days, no 40 days, no 2 weeks, 1 week, and they're going to pay you 11.5%. So in 60 or 90 days, if you want to, I don't know, $10,000, $80 a month, $20 a week, $80 a month. 90 days, you got $240. Where are you getting that? Where are you getting that? In the traditional world, where are you getting that? What? I'm thinking it's 20. Is it 20? I think it's 20 a week and 80 a month. 10,000 on Celsius and 10,000 in USDC or 10,000 in USDT if you want to go there. 10,000 in GUSD or US, right? Gemini's thing. What? Oh, man. Unbelievable. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. Morris Prince is in the building. What's up, brother? What blows my mind is Flare tokens doing what ETH already does and better. Worth more than ETH? Yeah, I think so. And here, the reason is because they can scale the value. It's scalable. That's the challenge that ETH has. They're not able to scale. So if you're able to scale not only transaction, but also scale value, I think that's a game changer. And Flare has figured it out. Flare has figured it out. And I think other platforms are going to recognize it. And the great thing about this, what they're looking to do is they're not looking to compete or take market share. They're looking to work and collaborate with the people from Ethereum. And I think that's just smart. I think that's hugely smart because in the end, it's about you and I, the average Joe, the average Jane, being able to win. He said that in so many words on that interview. He said, obviously one of the biggest goals is to be able to add value and add an amazing value to people in the XRP community. But not only that, bring other communities in as well. I gotta tell, if you have not watched that interview with Crypto Eddie, I challenge you to watch it. I encourage you to watch that. I encourage you to watch that. I just took advantage of the HODL mode on the Celsius platform. I said, you know what? I haven't taken anything off of there in 9 months. I'm like, I need to just do the HODL, man. Just leave it on there. There's no need. This way, no transaction can happen. Nothing can be withdrawn off of there. They got the security mechanism on there called HODL mode. Can't get to it. Can't get to it. Celsius' number one priority is security. You're a liquidity provider. TJ Jackson, you're a liquidity provider. Drew Ward, you're a liquidity provider. XRP Lava, you're a liquidity provider. Lend my XRP? Now, I don't know if that's the same thing as Celsius is doing. I don't know. We'll see. Because right, Celsius, you put your assets on Celsius, they take it and they take it off and give it to the institutions, charge them premium, right? Pay the platform holders 80%. Is that considered lending? I don't know. But I'm very curious to find. I can't wait to find out the ins and outs of what the Flare network is going to do. Woo! I thought I was a proud member, a proud XRP hodler. But boy, I gotta tell you, after hearing this guy speak, man. I just think, I remember someone tweeted out, TJ Jackson, do you think people are going to be buying more XRP now just because they can get more Flare? So I didn't know then, but today I would say yes. Today I would say yes. Absolutely, Harlan. So many options. He's talking about Celsius here. Leverage to acquire assets. Leverage to acquire assets, right? Pay for the maintenance of the loan and take the free XRP when you sell. Or pay off the loan and increase your stack. A lot of great options on Celsius, bro. You're right. There's a bug in here that won't quit, right? So, and I hate bugs. I absolutely hate bugs. So that is some interesting stuff, guys. And I apologize, but for some reason, this video, I don't know if it's my internet or what, but I just haven't been able to play some videos. I would encourage you. Hey, Elizabeth, good to see you, miss. It really is going to be epic. Appreciate you being here tonight. Watch that interview if you have not watched that interview. Watch that interview. What? Whoa, Cookie Mom, thanks for sharing that, my friend. I downloaded a fake Zum wallet for Flare. It asked me for my 24 private keys. Wow. Be careful out there, guys. Thanks for sharing that, Cookie Mom. I deleted it straight away. Be careful out there. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. Hey, Rita, how are you? Good to see you tonight, miss. So this is again, I wish I could share it, but when I hear him, he mentions stable coins, and he has that way of looking up, right, for different things. There's a big time popularity on looking for stable coins on Flare, staking tokens he mentioned as well, collateralizing your XRP. Securitized is going to be used in Flare in a big time way for their security tokens offerings. XRP as collateral. XRP as collateral. Big stuff, guys. Big stuff. I hope you're excited about it. I am really. That was a great interview. I can't stand it when them little bugs flying around. But I got to tell you, you and I are the same for sure, XRP Lava. Right? Really? Ask for the 424 key. That's wow. Yeah, I have that Sum app on my thing. Thank God. I don't have anything on the Sum app, but that's scary stuff. A fake? How did you? So is that on the Play Store or something? How did that come up with a fake one? Cookie Mutt. Spark is going to be massive, way bigger than ETH. That is so true. So true. So guys, be careful with the Sum apps. Make sure you get the right one. Android. So you must have went to the Play Store or something and it was a fake one. Oh, man. Crazy. Yeah, Google Play, those apps sometimes it's just not good. Yep, she got off the man. Brutal. Yeah, definitely got to be careful. Got to make sure you go right to direct to the source. I'm so glad you're hip to the game that you realize that, and you're like, nope. As soon as they talk about putting my 20, you're like, no. Wow, that is crazy. It makes me wonder what's going on with my son, man. They never asked that, but so crazy. So soon. Because I remember Visa Win saying they would never do that, and they don't never ever ask you to report anything like that, right? So, wow, crazy. I'm glad you stay safe, my friend. Thinking Crypto's going to interview him also? Julian Fish says, thinking Crypto is going to interview Hugo as well. We should think of a question for him. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that. He's the only one too. I have to let Thinking Crypto know. T-Med said, I only claimed half my XRP for Spark because I was nervous. Yeah, I hear you. Nothing to be ashamed about there, because this whole doing the zeros and 24 zeros and all that, I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. Plus Celsius is working on my behalf right now. They're working on my behalf right now. I hope you guys take some time to look into Celsius. I really, really do. I really, really do. Because Celsius, they're gonna hook us up, man. I don't have to mess around with all that other kind of stuff. No. I don't want to mess around with putting the zero and then 24. I don't want to mess around with that. Yes, they are. They looking to participate, work until I die. They're looking to participate. They've been talking, and Hugo, the co-founder, actually mentioned in his interview with Crypto Eddie, they've been in constant talks with the people from Celsius. So I do know this. Alex Mashinsky said, I got a spark in my eye. He said it twice in the AMA. I got a spark in my eye. He says, you want to know who's going to be the biggest holder of Spark is going to be me. So if he's still got to work it out. Ultimately, they have to feel that that they're comfortable and it's comfortable and it's secure and all that. They're very big on security. So, but they are in constant communication with Flare, seeing how they can make that work. Привет. Как дела? It's coins. It's like a digital asset for digital asset reward. So it's you earn interest in kind. Digital assets for digital assets in the good old US of A. In Europe and other places outside of the USA, you can earn BTC or you can earn and sell. So yeah, that would be nice. Yes. Working until I die says, I'm platinum on Celsius. I hear that, my friend. I wouldn't blame you. All right, because I'm ready to hop off right now too. So you guys can definitely go check that out. Peter Chung's in the building. That's right. That's right, Peter. They don't mess around, my friend. They don't mess around with security. Celsius does not mess around with security. I just put my stuff on hodl mode. I'm like, why am I put my stuff on hodl mode? What am I messing around for? I don't ever withdraw anything. I'm not losing my interest. Yeah, exactly. Shouldn't be, right? No one should be asking for your private keys. No one. So it's all supply and demand right now, Drew. So if the institutions aren't paying on XRP, they aren't. I mean, it's up to you ultimately to make your decision on what you feel is best. We all have to make our own decisions, risk versus reward. We all have to make our own decision on that. But for me personally, I want to earn more XRP every single week that I can. And so, I'm big on security, and I'm big on due diligence, and I just feel very, very confident in what Celsius has in terms of security. But you have to feel, right? It's not up to me. You have to feel that way, my friend, right? You have to make that your own decision. But based upon all the videos that I've watched and and checking out their levels of security, I'm good. And so I weighed risk versus the reward. And I felt like a certain portion of my portfolio, I don't have any of my assets 100% on any platform. I don't have 100% of my digital assets on Ledger. I don't have 100% of on EliPal. I don't have 100% of my assets on Trezor. I don't have 100% of my assets on Pro.Coinbase, right? So I don't have 100% of my assets anywhere. But I have personally weighed the risk and rewards, and absolutely I'm excited about getting that interest every single week in XRP and all the other assets that I got on there as well. And I'm just about ready to pull the trigger on that 11.5% in stable coins. I am just about ready to pull the trigger on that. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. And not only do you earn the interest, you earn interest on your interest. It's hard to pass up on that, my friend. It's hard to pass up on that. And I'd rather be there than messing around with sushi and swap and shrimp and all that other madness over in that DeFi world. I do have a Coil account, Eli. I have a Coil account. I haven't written anything on there. I think I put up one video at one time. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to definitely wrap this up for sure. It's been a great hangout. Guys, I encourage you, go check out Crypto's interview with the Flare CEO. It is definitely well worth it. Co-founder, co-CEO, co-founder. Go check it out. Hugo is his name. Go check him out. Definitely worth it to listen to. Great questions. Crypto Ed and D&I did a great job. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap up this stream. I could do all my streams and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya.